Welcome to the demo for this week's sprint on the Histonets project. We have several outward-facing things to share this week. The first is that we now have the capacity to create collection templates directly from the collection. So either from this collection index page, you can click the button, create collection template, and that immediately takes you into the process with the correct collection selected. You can also look at the individual page for a collection. It also has a create collection template button. You can create that, and as you can see, the collection that you want is already selected. In light of that, we no longer are able to create collection templates from the collection template index page. Instead, in the interest of implementing how we want users to actually use the application, you will directly create collection templates from this collection page. That's sort of one of the main things that we did. The next thing that we did is we actually created the skeletonized view step. I'm going to work through the first few steps of Histonets here to be able to get us there. So this is just the normal process, cropping an image. We'll go ahead and just create one template here. And lower the threshold just a little bit. You can see that we have our template match results. We'll click through. We'll go ahead and select the colors that we want for our network. So this is the new view that we have, which is the post-processing view. Here you're going to be able eventually to do both the skeletonized and ridge detection parts of the command line application. Right now, we've only implemented the skeletonized command, which takes in several parameters. You can select what type of matching method you want, what sort of binarization method, and the dilation. All of these parameters are explained in the Histonets CV documentation. So if you go to the Histonets CV GitHub page, you can read sort of a longer explanation of what each of those parameters does. We have also hooked this up into the command line application so that when you actually process the image, if you look at you look just down here in my terminal, you can see that it's executed the skeletonized command and gives you the input and output of the images there. At the moment, we aren't yet showing directly the output. We're going to work on that after we've hooked up the next stage, which is the ridge detection. But as an example, this is the type of output that you get from just the skeletonized function or on a much larger map or a much larger chunk of a map. So looking forward to sort of the next 2 weeks or so, we'll be able to implement this, and you'll see this directly in the web application itself. The other parts that we worked on throughout the last week, but which don't have outward-facing parts of the web application, primarily has been the work of Javi with a little bit of help from Jack on calculating the global histogram, which will be an important part of the way in which we actually do the processing of an entire collection. So that we have a consistent set of narrowed down colors when we do that collection processing as a whole. I'll be looking at getting that fully integrated in the next week or two. And that's the demo for this week.